It was at this moment that Goku knew he was about to take a few major ass whoopings before he could figure out some way to pull off victory against this opponent. And it was at this moment, as always, Akira Toriyama decided Goku was going to need plot armor to win. Just a friendly reminder from your boy Animated Heroes, don't forget to check out my boys at Sculptimo Toys for the best figures, best prices, and fastest shipping if you guys haven't already. Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the heads up right now. There is going to be a whole lot of fanboying in this video, and if you guys don't like that, there are other reviews that you can check out. There's your warning. What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure review. And as you can see, today we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Badass Brawler, kicking ass and taking names, Jiren the Gray. And as you can see, I do have the brown shipper, so I had to show that off. Now let's go ahead and bust this guy out of here so we can take a look at that sexy packaging and then dive right into the figure. Now for that sexy packaging, it is the same thing we're used to seeing with the Dragon Ball SH Figuarts line. We got SH Figuarts right there, Jiren right there, the window packaging of course so you can see the figure. Badass pose of Jiren right here, and of course we've got some pictures of him on the side and the top and the bottom as well. Jiren written right there. Nothing much going on this side. We just got Jiren right here and right there. And then of course on the back we do have the figure and a couple of poses that you can get it in, all with the Japanese stuff that does not matter and I cannot read because it is an import and that is not my language. Now straight out of the packaging we got my boy Jiren, the strongest and most badass antagonist in Dragon Ball Super to date. Mark my words, I don't care what anyone says, this dude is a beast, man. Look at this figure, bro. It looks like he about to come through the camera and whoop my ass. This figure is fire already. And I'm not going to fanboy too much, but man, the details in this figure, the muscle definition, the paint, the sculpt, the face, everything is sick on this one. And it does have a bit more muscle mass in the legs than the Dragon Stars, thankfully, because that guy was a toothpick. But from front to back, this guy is beautiful. I love the paint that they used. Like this right here, I can already tell based off of looks. I know the articulation's great, but based off of looks alone, I can already say this is probably going to be one of my favorite figures of 2020. Like, people don't know how much I love Jiren, and this is very satisfying to have an SH Figuarts Jiren in hand. So I don't ramble on too much. Let me go ahead and put this guy back so we can see how tall he stands and then get into that articulation I know everyone wants to see. Now for his height, my boy Jiren stands right at about 6.5 inches. So he's a little bit taller than other SH Figuarts Dragon Ball figures, which he is supposed to be. Now he does feel a bit small, but of course we will see for sure when we get into those size comparisons a bit later. Now let's go ahead and take a look at that articulation. Now for articulation, Jiren does look up about that much, which is more than well enough. He looks down about that much. His chin does touch the bottom of his neck, so I think that works fine. He can tilt and move his head all the way around. Of course, as you guys can see, his arm goes out and up about that much, which is freaking great. He does have a diaphragm joint, which is like huge. It looks a little bit blocky. It'll work if you pose it right, but it does look super blocky right here at the top. But it's not a bad design. It does work for him. Of course, you can move his arms all the way around as you want. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that work exceptionally well. Hands are on a ball peg, as you guys can see, and it's very easy to put on and take off, but it's not an issue. It's not like they'll be popping off, so I'm very happy with that. He does have a diaphragm joint that crunches forward very well. He can also lean back just as much, so you can move this guy around at the torso. nicely. As you guys can see, he does have a swivel at the waist, so he can turn without any issues. And one thing that's cool about it is even when you turn him, the red still lines up properly with this bottom piece right here. So I do like that. He kicks forward. Oh, okay, wasn't expecting that, but I am going to leave that on camera so you guys can see it. He does kick forward about that much, doesn't kick back at all. He does kick out to the side very well, as you guys can see. He does have a thigh swivel that's built in. He does have double jointed knees. Foot goes down about that much, up about that much. He does have ankle rocker, and of course he does have a toe hinge. So articulation wise, this guy's going to be able to do everything that you couldn't do with the Dragon Stars, and he can pose very well on his own as far as action poses. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get the standard ready to combat neutral looking expression. You do have a pair of fist hands, of course, which he needs. You get a teeth gritted face where it kind of looks like he's looking off to the right a bit depending on how you angle it. And all of these are sculpted very nicely. You get a yelling face for when he's powering up or getting ready to attack. Lastly, for faces, you get a Mangekyo Sharingan face, and I really wish they would have gave this one a neutral mouth, because normally he's not even screaming when he makes these eyes. He just kind of looks and deflects the attack altogether. Now, for his hands, you get a pair of blasting hands, which are a new sculpt, thankfully. I get tired of them using the same average hands. You get a pair of karate chop / running hands, and these will look very great in poses, I can already tell. You get one grappling hand, which I'll show you guys why you don't get two in just a second. You get a flaming fist hand for when he's getting ready to do one of his strong punches. You also get a fire effect that you can add on top of that, which looks really cool. You just stick the fist in there once you plug it on. You get a crossed arms accessory because Jiren always has his arms crossed when he's not fighting. And lastly, the best accessory that he comes with, what I call the disrespectful hand. This one right here, I'm going to have a lot of fun with. I can tell you guys that already. They literally made my boy Jiren come out here with the disrespectful hair grab, man. Who else has done this in Dragon Ball other than Broly? Now for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to three of the characters that he pulverized at the end of the Tournament of Power. We've got the SH Figuarts 2.0 Super Saiyan Blue Goku, the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Broly Vegeta, and then of course the SH Figuarts Golden Frieza from Resurrection F. And as you can see, he does stand taller than all of them. Next up, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts powered up armored form Broly from the newest Dragon Ball movie, and of course the SH Figuarts Super Tall Super Buu. And I'm going to ruffle some Dragon Ball fans' feathers with this one, but Jiren will kick Broly's ass. Broly will not be able to power up to full power, and if you want to debate me, hit me up in the comments. I will respond. Lastly, here he is standing next to two figures I've been enjoying quite a bit lately. The McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Harley Quinn, and of course the animated series version of Superman. And as you can see, they both tower right over him. Here's a bonus just for those people who I know might want to see it. Here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Full Power Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta and the Dragon Ball Super Super Saiyan Blue Vegito from Demonical Fit. Now I can literally only think of one thing that would make this figure better for me, and I don't consider it to be a necessity because to me this figure is a solid 10 out of 10. In terms of looks, detail, paint, sculpt, articulation, accessories, everything for me is on point. Literally, the only thing I think they could have done to make this figure better is maybe included an extra head where he has his eyes closed and he's meditating. That's the only thing I can think that they could have done to make this figure better because, man, this figure is sick. And think what you want about Jiren. He has a sucky backstory. You won't tell him that to his face. This guy is awesome, man. This is definitely going to be one of the figures of my top 2020 action figure list. I said it at the beginning of the video and I'm saying it again. This figure is dope, man. There's almost nothing you can't do with it. It's just great. Like, it's one of those, it's very simple. There's not a lot to it, but everything that they had to work with, they got right. This guy moves like I want him to. He has all the accessories, all the expressions, and I'm just repeating myself now, but I'm just that happy. Like, it's been a while since I've been this happy with a figure. The only other character that they could probably make that would get me this eccentric about another Dragon Ball release is Hit. If they make Hit, oh man, I'm about to be excited. But this guy, I'm gonna be real with you. If you like Jiren, or if you just like have to collect every Dragon Ball figure in the SH Figuarts line, go get it. It goes without saying, this is a must for your collection. And I can't stress it enough. Like, I do recommend it. Now, to stop repeating myself at this point, I do hope you guys enjoyed this review. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up because that always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description so that you can keep up with my other content outside of YouTube. That being said, Animated Heroes out. Peace. Go get this figure. Now, one thing I did forget to mention for those people who like to know everything, you can further how dynamic his head movement is by utilizing the neck as well. So he does move at the head, but as you guys can see, that neck piece does move around as well. So that will help in capturing other expressions for the figure.